You're watching CBC TV Channel 8, the station of our 50th Independence Anniversary.
The CBC Headline News, brought to you by Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Strong support of the commemorative Broken Trident. The Guardians of the Heritage Initiative comes to a fitting climax. And coming up in sports, 4 advance to the primary schools cricket quarterfinals.
The CBC Headline News, brought to you by Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Good evening, I am Shane Jones with the Thursday, November 17th edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story, Prime Minister Frendell Stuart is tonight reporting another aspect of the 50th anniversary celebrations. This time, it's the movement of the commemorative Broken Trident across the island's 11 parishes. Lisa Lord reports.
Prime Minister Frendell Stuart says the movement of the Broken Trident across the island is not idolatry. He says the trident is one of the island's national symbols and should be respected, and strongly defended it against critics.
The trident is to be respected. That is not a form of idolatry. It is nothing to be kicked down or spat upon. It symbolizes Barbados' break with its colonial masters and its determination to take its destiny into its own hands and to mold that destiny so that we, Barbadians, can make our own unique contribution to the treasury of human civilization.
Mr. Stuart was speaking as the Cabinet of Barbados hosted the Trident. He warned Barbadians to be vigilant against threats to the island's independence.
Independence is not so much a fact as it is a state of mind, and therefore independence can be taken away. That is why we have to be alert to all those influences that might point us in a direction where we allow our minds to be taken over by influences that are not consistent with the best interests of our nation, Barbados.
On November 30th, the Broken Trident will rest at the 50th Independence Monument being built at the Garrison Savannah. Lisa Lord, CBC News.
Confusion and chaos. Those are the terms being used by a former industrial relations officer regarding the impasse between the National Union of Public Workers and government. This stems from what the union says is the reversal of an acting appointment for its president, Akiani McDowell. Derek Aline, a former officer with the NUPW and now head of the Urban Development Commission, says the union appears to be in shambles. He makes this assessment based on the fact that it is accusing one of its members in the form of the chief personnel officer of making political decisions in relation to the acting appointment.
The lady who makes the decision is a public officer, and to accuse and to claim victimization speaks to her, not to the D's or the Prime Minister. It speaks to her, because you're saying either she is playing politics or that she'd been instructed not to do her job. And I have a problem with any union, particularly my union, who represents that same lady making that kind of statement. It is immature, is irresponsible, and is out of place.
Mr. Aline says there are steps in the grievance handling process. However, he is unhappy that they haven't been followed and that every argument now at the onset leads to industrial action. He says the union's decision to go this route sends a bad message to other public officers who also have grievances.
Oh, people that are involved in the Barbados Revenue Authority who have opted not to go, the Public Service Commission, or Public Service, will have to find places for those people in the general service. And if somebody is acting in a particular post and the persons have the same qualifications or more length of service, they're going to be, people going to revert. When the hospital staff opted not to join the board, people that were acting in clerk and senior clerk position had to revert. You're acting. And that has been a tradition in the public service. Why should McDowell be treated differently? On what grounds does Mr. McDowell believe that he has more rights than any other public officer?
Officials of the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union will be meeting with the Caribbean Examination Council on Saturday in a bid to resolve the impasse over the correction of school-based assessments. And the Barbados Union of Teachers is pledging its full support to the BSTU regarding the matter. This is according to BUT President Pedro Shepherd.
Of the payment for SBAs, we are supporting the BSTU in the position that teachers should be paid for correcting of the SBAs. We always held the view that once the workload of the teacher is increased, then there should be some commensurate payment as well, remuneration with that. So as CXC continues to add SBAs to other subjects, then they need to remunerate the teachers accordingly.
Police officers need to pay greater attention to their own health. This advice from Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police William Yearwood. He was delivering remarks at the joint closing ceremony for the VIP Close Protection and Tactical Firearms Training course. 34 persons completed the firearm training, while 28 received certificates for their close protection course.
Your readiness to execute your responsibilities will only be seen if henceforth you take care of your health, both physically and mentally, to couple with the training which you have received. I am aware that your functions call for both individual effort as well as teamwork. Thus, you must keep focus on the task ahead as representatives not only of your force but of your country.
Interim British High Commissioner to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Robert Gibson, is impressed with the skills of the officers.
What has always impressed me about the close protection officers is not just the skill, but their dedication and their patience. Because I can assure you, it is not easy to retain concentration, sometimes for hours on end when there's very little happening, but you are on duty, you have to be alert, you have to be ready to act in any way.
And Barbadian law enforcement officials stand to benefit from training from the Calgary Police Service in Canada on delivering death notifications. The Calgary Police Force is the only municipal police service in that North American country that formally teaches its members how to deliver the worst kind of news a family could expect to hear. As part of the Improved Access to Justice in the Caribbean Impact Justice Project, which is funded by the Canadian federal government, officers from the Caribbean will be brought up to speed on how to tell someone their loved one isn't coming home. About 40 Caribbean police officers will take part in the training. The Calgary Police Service training was recommended for the program by the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police when the University of the Caribbean reached out to them. Okay, we'll take a short break here and come back with more news.
Don't let your data experience slow you down. Step up to Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network, more than twice as fast as the slow network. Get more with Digicel. Digicel, the fastest 4G network in Barbados. Dial *153# to sign up to Digicel today.
More great cities just got closer. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard is now even better. Fly to New York, Miami, Orlando, and Fort Lauderdale with just 20,000 Scotia points. With your new Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard, you'll receive a welcome bonus of 10,000 Scotia points, so you can enjoy the cities you love most sooner than ever. Apply today. Call 426-7000 or visit your nearest branch.
This season on CBC TV, The People's Business, Sundays at 8:05 p.m. Made possible by our partners, Solar Dynamics, the most efficient solar hot water system.
This week on Rejoice and Sing, we welcome back the Silvertails of Barbados.
I wanna hear the story. I wanna hear the story. I wanna hear the story. I really wanna hear it.
Then we get up close and personal with Alvin Slaughter.
Holy Spirit,
I don't want to be known when I die as just a great gospel singer. That's wonderful. But the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children and his children's children.
Then we shine the spotlight on Hayden Billingy.
In his sight, he created us all.
Finally, we feature a video by Matt Redman. Don't miss Rejoice and Sing, Sunday, 9:05 p.m. Brought to you by Sewing World Department Store and Black Image for savings, satisfaction, and service.
70 Nigerians have successfully completed training at the Barbados Institute of Management and Productivity last year. This was revealed during BIMAP's annual general meeting at the Wilde Institution this morning. The Nigerians were part of the controversial Delta State program. Executive Director Dr. Sonia Greenidge Franklin says they all left the island certified with either a diploma or certificate in management studies in the areas of tourism or entrepreneurship. Chairman of BIMAP, Benson Straker, says they intensified efforts to attract more students.
There is tremendous direct competition, and of course there are always a lot of other training institutions that are coming up. What I can say though is that we have tried to, we have seen some media communication about it. We have forged links with lending institution to provide funding for our students, which was signed a memorandum of understanding mid-year. So we're hoping that will help improve the revenue base in terms of support for our students with respect to financing.
Mr. Straker also revealed that they plan to start offering courses online early next year.
So which we'll be trying to reach out to Caribbean islands as well too. We're currently doing some work overseas in Turks and Caicos and St. Vincent. So we try to continue to expand our revenue base.
Although men and women may be equal according to the law books, there is a long way to go in terms of the mindset of society. Pro-Vice Chancellor and the Principal of the University of the West Indies, Professor Eugene Baratow, made this point as the UWI lecture series continued this week. Professor Baratow says despite females outnumbering males in tertiary education, they are still paid less. And she points out society's unhealthy obsession with female fertility, sexuality, and marital status. The professor gave an example of a newspaper article written preceding the 2003 general election.
He stated that in one political party, all the candidates were mothers and had 11 children among them. He compared this to the childless status of the female candidates in the other political party. But I still would like to say to Mr. Hoyt, when the bell rings, we have a general election coming at some point. I want to see an article on the fatherhood status, reproductive patterns, and number of children fathered by the male politicians.
Professor Baratow also lamented the disproportionate representation of women as politicians and national heroes and the high amount of violence towards females. She believes a greater sense of gender justice will allow all individuals to be responsible for their own decisions.
Gender relations often mask unequal power relations between women and men and between women and the state. Often when we say there is a Bajan man or is a woman, what do you expect? What we are doing is that we are reducing the power dynamics of gender to ascribed roles. These statements encode messages to accept men as they are, so registrar, man is man, as man. And issue constant regulatory reminders of what women's place should be.
The Massey Foundation continues to show its support to local causes. This time, the recipient is the Barbados Museum and Historical Society. The museum is preparing to launch an exhibit called Barbados at 50, The Road to Destiny. Deputy Director Kevin Farmer says it will comprise of memories and memorabilia from Barbadians here and abroad.
More importantly, this is an exhibit that has been curated by Barbadians. The museum has acted as a facilitator, but your ideas, your objects are here and your memories are here.
David Nealons, director of the Massey Foundation, says the exhibition is essential if Barbadians are to appreciate the significant strides made since 1966 and define where we want the country to be in the next 50 years.
Indeed, the independence of a nation is a defining statement for any country, and so is the journey that it takes to get there. Therefore, as we stand at the cusp of this, our nation's 50th year of independence, this moment presents the perfect platform for which we can relive that experience. For we know that the road to independence could not have been an easy achievement, as with any occurrence which seeks to challenge the status quo or the norm. But the story of Barbados' journey in this regard needs to be told.
Mr. Nealons encouraged the public to view the exhibit and presented a check for $25,000 to the museum. Guardians of the Heritage. That's what the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation has demonstrated over the past 50 days with a new initiative to celebrate Barbados' 50th anniversary of independence. Every day, along with some of its partners, the CBC hoisted a flag over a plaque bearing the company's logo. Courtesy Garage was the first sponsor to respond to the initiative, while the Arawak Cement Plant was the first company to have its plaque unveiled in a brief ceremony on September 30th. The event ends at this hour with the raising of the Barbados flag over the CBC complex, and we are hoping to join reporter Lisa Lord live in the CBC car park later in this newscast, where a ceremony is underway to bring the curtain down on this initiative. Well, still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. But before we get there, here's a tip from Coverley Medical Center.
By losing 7% of your body weight and exercising for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, you can lower your risk for type 2 diabetes by 58%. So, have you booked your next annual checkup?
I have been working at Sandals from 2015 when they began. I see myself being a manager one day at Sandals Barbados. Working for Sandals got me where I am today. My son is going to a fantastic school, and then being able to pay his school fees, that's most important to me. I don't need to tell anyone as I walk by the streets, everyone knows where I work already. My name is Sherry Ann Charles, hostess here at Sandals Barbados, and I am Sandals. Yesterday, today, tomorrow.
My name is David Allen. I'm a taxi driver. I work for Dover with Taxi Service. It's a great experience working with Sanders. I'm glad that Sanders came to Barbados, offering the guests some nice scenic tours for our taxi drivers to take them around the island to see the beauty of Barbados. My family feel proud because I'm working with Sanders. I don't have to hustle on the streets, and it's guaranteed work every day.
By consistently providing guests for these tours, Sandals Resorts keeps tour operations lucrative, showcases the beauty of the Caribbean, and boosts regional economies.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Prime Minister Gaston Brown of Antigua and Barbuda has called on all government and special groupings in the United Nations to commence discussions with the incoming Donald Trump administration on the issue of climate change. Prime Minister Brown says if the United States wavers in its current leadership on climate change, or if it withdraws from its commitments, a chain reaction will be triggered. He says that will leave the agreement in tatters and the world in peril. Brown made the remark last evening at a meeting of the 22nd session of the Conference of Parties in St. John's. Leader of the main opposition New Democratic Party in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Arnim Eustace, has announced his resignation from that post and as leader of the opposition. The NDP made the announcement in a press release late yesterday, following Eustace's announcement to the party's Central Committee on Tuesday. Now, Eustace told the meeting that he would accordingly inform the Governor-General of his decision and that in accordance with the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the elected members of the NDP, including himself, would advise the Governor-General whom they support as the new opposition leader. Eustace, a 72-year-old economist, will however remain Member of Parliament for East Kingstown, which he has been representing since 1998. This year, the Criminal Investigations Department in Guyana faced severe challenges, but the crime chief is urging citizens to give more support to the police.
The murders of British national Dominic Bernard, Simone Hackett, Babita Sarjoun and Professor Perry Mars were just some of over a dozen murders that were solved by the police this year. And with several murder investigations still outstanding, Crime Chief Wendell Blanham said that the assistance of the police coupled with the use of modern technology has been the main contributors to the success of the investigators. He also made a call on citizens to continue their support to the police, citing that negative perceptions will not help the police in their crime-fighting efforts.
Episode pertaining to the debates as to whether we're increasing or decreasing crime, it is of no value. It's not a solution to the crime problem. What we need is the support from members of the public and stakeholders, and we will be able to maintain law and order and also improve our safety and security of our citizens.
Sports is just ahead, but first, here is a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Did you know that the Commander-in-Chief from the 21st of December 1629 to the 16th of July 1630, Sir William Tufton, was executed by the firing squad in May 1632 for high treason?
Value, convenience, we got it. 50 stores and services, yeah, we got it all. When it comes to you and your family, it's here in Haggett Hall. Sky Food Court, this mall has it all. Right here in Haggett Hall. Convenience for the family. Everything for you and me. Right here, yeah, yeah. When it comes to you and your family, it's here in Haggett Hall. Sky Food Court, this mall has it all.
When we use our passion to create something special, we cherish the experience that brings the result. It isn't always smooth sailing, but that's the beauty of it. Because through experience and the help of knowledgeable partners, we learn and grow together. And we dream bolder dreams for the future. Confident that your passion and our expertise will bring an ever bright tomorrow. ICBL, always there when you need us most.
Good evening with sports. I'm Anne-Marie Burke. St. James Primary continued their unbeaten run as they continue their progression in the Guardian Group Herman Griffith Primary School's cricket competition. St. James defeated Belmont in today's round of 16 at Dover. Belmont won the toss and invited St. James in to bat first, and they made 86 for 6 in their 25 overs. Then here in Belmont's reply, St. James ran right through the batting lineup, bowling Belmont out for just 29 in 15.3 overs. St. James winning by 57 runs. Darren Holder took 4 for 8. Meanwhile, in the other games, West Terrace defeated St. Matthews by 7 wickets at the Desmond Haynes Oval. Scores: St. Matthews 79 for 4, West Terrace 82 for 3. Over at North Stars, Eden Lodge won by 8 wickets over St. Silas. St. Silas made 45 all out, Eden Lodge 46 for 2. And at Friendship, Bailey's won by 9 wickets over Boscobel. Boscobel made 84 for 4 and Bailey's then 87 for 1. 4 more round of 16 matches are still to be completed. The Indian captain Virat Kohli is among the runs again as his team made 317 for 4 on day 1 of the second test against the visiting English. Kohli is still there on 151 while Cheteshwar Pujara made 119. Those two put 226 for the third wicket. The 50th anniversary Independence BOA Games have officially begun. During the opening ceremony at the BOA headquarters last evening, Lieutenant Colonel Trevor Brown revealed that the winners in their respective disciplines will have measures put in place for their sport's further development.
What we will be seeking to do actively and aggressively in the BOA is to identify our various sport champions, both male and female, in each of the sports taking part. This is something we actively want to do, to identify and to be able to recognize and promote those who really stand out with the potential to do well in sport.
The ceremony ended in traditional Olympic style. Olympian and national record holder Kerry Beckles did the honors in lighting the Olympic cauldron before interim CEO of the National Sports Council, Jerry Blenman, officially declared the games open. 26 sports will be played in 27 days, with the first discipline being netball, and it's currently being underway at the netball stadium. The youth of our country flexed and strutted their stuff on stage when the annual schools bodybuilding and fitness championships took to the auditorium at the Les Savon School recently. Our first set of highlights featured the primary school contestants. The Tiny Tots got the show going, the 6 to 8 girls fitness routine. They had 1 minute on stage and it was all about showing strength and flexibility. And little Diana Taylor of Bay Primary did just that to be adjudged second in that category. But the evening belonged to Shadani Burke. She was energetic. On top of being a strong and flexible little competitor, the 2016 Tiny Tot Fitness champion gave her school, St. Paul's Primary, the first victory of the competition. And as the girls showed their athleticism, the Tiny Tot boys were serving up some muscles. Yes, these are the little 6 to 8s. Posing down, 6 of them vying for that bodybuilding title. And when the judges had tallied, this was your top 2. In second, from Wilkie Cumberbatch, Rujay Clark. He was giving it his all. Oh yes, flex those muscles. And he may have been one of the smaller competitors, but not denying that he was defined for his size. The biceps and triceps chisel, the abs and chest just right for a bodybuilder his age. And so the Tiny Tot 6'8" bodybuilding champion, with no contest behind it, is Amar Gaskin of Rosette's Primary, and the crowd was loving it. The 6'8" girls also had a bodybuilding category. Second went to this little showstopper, Tiara Padmore of George Lamin. One thing's for sure, she knows how to work the stage. And yes, we can see the work has been put in to get those muscles competition ready. But if we're speaking about muscles, you have to give it to the champion, a Shari Brathwaite of Wilkie Cumberbatch. Look at those legs. And yes, the arms. In my books, perfection. No doubt, one to look for in the future. Back to the fitness action as we step up to the 1911 age group. And I'll do anything to have this strength again, as Elissa Calendar was really showing off her fitness levels. The highlight for me was the sit-ups, with a smile. Yeah, she was good for second. And no stranger to the winner's role, last year's 6 to 8 champion into the 9 to 11, but she still got it. Zadana Canterbury of Roland Edwards. Strength, skill, and flexibility still on point to be crowned the 9 to 11 fitness queen. Meanwhile, it was a field of 12 for the 9-11 girls bodybuilding competition. And isn't she cute, but a strong little lady? Maisha Bourne hitting all those poses for second place. Well, from the time she stepped on stage, you knew she was the winner. Biceps, triceps, strong side pose. Give it up for the 1911 bodybuilding queen, Zatari Cullimore of Wilkie Cumberbatch. And now to the boys. It was a strong 13-man field, spitting 2 for the final pose-off. And when it came down to it, St. Paul's was in it yet again. As Kobe Burgess was repping them well, you could see the work put in. He ended in second. As coming to the stage with showmanship, confidence, the muscle definition of a true champion, and the knowledge of just how to show it off, the North is in the house. Hillaby Turner's Hall. That's your winner. You sure he's only 10? Kimani Maynard, the 9-11 bodybuilding champion. The Internationals say they are ready for an expected tough fight at Saturday's Anson McCall Racing Festival Winter Jockeys Challenge at the Garson Savannah. The majority of the contingent is already on the island, including the 2 English female riders, apprentice champion jockey Josephine Gordon and Georgia Cox. The draw for jockeys and horses competing in the 10-race card was made today at the Barbados Turf Club, with teams, owners and trainers in attendance. Captain of the international team, Martin Dewar, is expecting a keen battle.
It's great to be here. We've got a good team, as Jeff's already said. We've got a good mixture of younger jockeys and experienced older ones. We're really all looking forward to the challenge. I mean, I've ridden all over the world and I've never been to Barbados. I'm looking forward to it, and well, hopefully we're going to have a good time and be successful, although these guys sat behind look very intimidating. These guys look well up for it, but it's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to it.
CEO of MQI, Judith Wilcox, is reminding patrons that the action is not only on the track but on the infield.
We're going to have a great day's entertainment alongside the racing. 10-race card, I'm told, which is a lot of races. We've got the fantastic opportunity to win a Kia Picanto car, valued at $50,000 Barbados dollars. So a lot of our customers have been entering that over the last, I think, 6 weeks, and that draw will be made just before the big race. And there's a huge amount of other entertainment. We've got the, very appropriately in the 50th year of Barbados' independence, the transport parade will happen. So transport through the ages, just to see the changes over the years.
In tonight's Sporting 50, CBC's Mark Seal highlights moments in squash and horse racing.
February 2010, Karen Meekins takes silver in the over 35 category at the World Masters Squash Championship in Germany. Meekins placed second to the hometown favorite, and in the process, she became the first Caribbean player ever to win a medal at a World Squash Masters. A great Bajan sporting moment. Patrick Husbands was voted the Sovereign Award for Outstanding Jockey in Canada for, at that time, an unprecedented 4th straight year, from 1999 to 2002. In 2008, he won his 5th riding title at Woodbines Racetrack and was voted the Sovereign Award winner for the Outstanding Jockey for a record-tying 6th time. But in the year 2003, a great moment. Racing out of the Woodbine Racetrack, Husbands won the Canadian Triple Crown aboard the colt Wando. The Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing in any country consists of 3 races for a 3-year-old thoroughbred. Patrick Husbands, in 2003, winning the Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing in Canada. A great Bajan sporting moment.
And that's it for sports, but Shane will be back with the business report.
Play the new hot ticket, Super Sizzling Sevens, and you could be swimming in cash with a top prize of $107,000 and 21 chances to win $107,000 on each ticket.
Seven Star and Hennessy in association with Flow and Hot 95.3 FM present Hennessy Artistry. Saturday, December 3rd, 2016 at the Kensington Oval, Barbados. Showtime 9 p.m. Featuring international superstar Miss Lauryn Hill. Miss Lauryn Hill. Beanie Man. Beanie Man. Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer. And Taurus Riley. From Barbados Cover Drive, Don Trent and Damian Marvey. MCs Peter Coppin and Vane. General tickets $90 and $100 while stocks last. Hennessy Privilege Lounge $300. Barbados, let's celebrate 50 years of independence with a special Hennessy Artistry Weekend, December 2nd to 4th. Happy 50th anniversary, Barbados. Hennessy, never stop, never settle.
Make your Christmas colorific with Berger. Get fantastic discounts and win instant prizes for every 2 gallons you buy of your favorite Berger paints in our Peel and Win promotion, where everyone is a winner. Thousands of great prizes to be won. Plus, enter for your chance to win fortnightly prizes of electronic tablets and the grand prize of a shopping trip for 2 to Miami with spending money. Visit www.bergerpaintscaribbean.com for more details. Berger, for lasting beauty and protection.
The Business Report brought to you with the compliments of the Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Republic Bank Barbados has shifted its Warrens location from the CGI building to the nearby government-run Warrens office complex. According to the bank's general manager for retail banking, Sharon Zafran, the move has allowed them to utilize a larger space along with the outdoor facilities at the Warrens office complex. She says all of the bank's operations are at the new location, including the ATM and premium banking services.
We had to move, we had to vacate the premises. Obviously it's not an owned building, but you know, at the forefront of any decision, obviously it's our customers first. So knowing that we had to move, we ensured that we found just as strategic and as convenient a location, and obviously here is where we are now currently at the Warrens office complex, which is just a stone's throw away from the CGI Tower building where we previously resided.
Meanwhile, Ms. Zafran also revealed that Republic Bank ultimately plans to build a new banking facility on the lot across from the CGI building, which they previously used for parking.
This is an interim move. You know, in the long term, we are looking to construct new premises on land just there in Warrens. Again, just a stone throw away, so we will not be far. I would say to you at this point, it will be a state-of-the-art something to see. It should be ready in less than 2 years. Notwithstanding that eventual move, we are happy to be here at the complex, at the Warrens complex. This gives us an opportunity to serve the 600 civil servants who, you know, utilize this building, you know, work here day to day, and obviously the other hundreds who would pass through, obviously, to transact business. So this is a fantastic opportunity for us to be here on site.
Local motorists now have access to the highest quality diesel in the world. Esso's Supreme Plus fuel was launched last evening by retailer Sol Petroleum Barbados and supplier ExxonMobil at Simpson Motors Warrens. Sol's general manager Ezra Prescott says it is designed to deliver several benefits to its customers.
Today we are launching the Supreme Plus diesel fuel, a new product designed to improve fuel economy and enhance engine performance, We're excited to introduce this revolutionary diesel fuel, which will be exclusively available across the Esso network in Barbados. The new Supreme Plus diesel fuel has been formulated to meet the needs of modern diesel engines in cars, trucks, and larger commercial engines, and deliver an exciting range of key benefits which meet the needs of modern engines.
Regional Business Development Manager for ExxonMobil, Gabriel Arango, says technology is changing in the automobile industry every year, and Esso Supreme Plus meets the latest specifications.
Every year, engines are more powerful. They are required to meet higher standards in emissions. They are required to produce less fumes. They are required to make less noise. They are required to be more efficient in fuels consumption, and all of those requirements put pressure on and demand a higher fuel quality.
couple is being introduced with a promotion that has a grand prize of an Isuzu D-Max truck with free diesel for a year, as well as road tax and insurance. Okay, time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across the region.
In Jamaica, National Commercial Bank Jamaica Limited was the volume leader with 4,805,481 units, followed by JMMB Group Limited 7.50% and the Jamaica Stock Exchange. In Trinidad, National Enterprises Limited was the volume leader with 454,545 shares valued at $4,795,449.75, followed by Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited and Prestige Holdings Limited. And in Barbados, Goddard Enterprises Limited was the volume leader, trading 11,344 shares at $9.05 each, followed by Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited and Massey Holdings Limited.
Amazing, this Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. It is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie fix up the kitchen and a new TV we get in. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan sprucer, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
In international business, Alliance Dairies in Trenton, Florida uses a methane digester to convert cow manure into enough energy to power the farm while selling the excess energy back to the grid.
That's exactly what you think it is. It's poop. At this farm, manure is money. One of Florida's largest dairies is turning it into energy.
Manure is not a waste here. The cow is the ultimate recycler. She makes milk, and as she's making milk, she's making manure. That manure is then used as fertilizer to grow crops that we harvest and then feed back to her. One area where we weren't capturing the value is the methane production that can occur if you put manure into a digester.
A digester collects and converts manure into methane. Basically, it turns it into natural gas. Alliance has been turning their poop into power since 2012. Here's how it works. Recycled water flushes manure from the barn into this central pool. It's filtered before heading underground for the next 21 days.
It's about 7 million gallons of wastewater from the dairy at any one point in time. So it's extremely large. Matter of fact, if you actually kind of open it up, you could lay a football field inside of the digester.
Well, the rain is absolutely pouring down here in the Pine. Weather News is next.
The Business Report brought to you with the compliments of the Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Celebrate 50 years of independence at NIFCA Central in association with Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center from November 14th to 26th. Beginning with NIFCA Visual Arts and Photography Exhibition, Shades of Light. Monday to Saturday noon to 6 p.m. from November 14th to 26th at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. Bring a friend and grab the popcorn as we watch some of our locally produced films. 6 p.m. November 18th at the Barbados Public Workers Credit Union Film and Video Screening. Mouth-watering dishes and tandem tantalizing drinks are the main ingredients at the Roberts Culinary Arts Arena. Beef up your skills at our Culinary Arts Workshop or just witness the pros at the Professional Cook-Off, Best Bajan Cook, and Stir It Up Mixology competitions, and come taste the hand of our local celebrities in the Celebrity Showcase. Friday 18th and Saturday 19th November, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Celebrate 50 at NIFCA Central in association with the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center, November 14th to 26th.
Good evening and welcome back. And Shane said it's pouring down on the outside. Very surprising because about half an hour ago conditions were beautiful, but we have some instability that has been flaring up and we're feeling the effects of that right now. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. But today, absolutely beautiful weather conditions across Barbados. Fair all day and no showers, in particular at the airport. Our maximum temperature up to what it normally is around this time of the year, 30.6 degrees Celsius. Right now the temperature's dropped to 27.3. The relative humidity stands at 86%. So the moisture levels are down and the winds are moderate and coming in from the east. Why we had such beautiful weather conditions across the Eastern Caribbean today is because of the Atlantic high pressure system. It's been dominating weather conditions across the Eastern Caribbean, maintaining very dry and stable atmospheric conditions, so it was fair for the most part, except for over the extreme southern Windward Islands, where that instability has been flaring up off and on today, resulting in some showers and some isolated thunderstorms over those islands. Looking over the larger islands is a frontal system that extends across the Bahamas and most of Cuba, maintaining cloudy conditions over the majority of the islands with some showers and isolated thunderstorms as well. A trough system emanating from that front also generated some shower activity over Jamaica, and we expect that that will continue. The front will linger over the area, so we're expecting cloud showers and possible isolated thunderstorms across the larger islands tonight and into tomorrow. And for us here in the Eastern Caribbean, as our forecast map comes up, we'll see where the areas of showers will be tomorrow. And over the Windward Islands and here in Barbados, we're expecting fair weather conditions. But as I said, that instability will rear its head, and we could get some possible isolated thunderstorms and some showers that we're getting right now. We expect most of them to occur over the Northern Islands. So tomorrow is going to be fair with just a few scattered showers, and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we expect it to be nice and sunny. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:01 and the sun will set at 5:29. Our first daytime high tide tomorrow will be at 7:09 and the first daytime low 12 minutes after midday. Seas will continue to be slight to moderate in open water. We're expecting normal sea swells peaking at around 2 meters. The winds will continue to come in from the east and wind speeds will vary between 15 and 35 kilometers per hour. Fair skies tonight could turn partly cloudy. We're expecting some scattered showers, and they're scattering across the Pine right now. And tomorrow, fair to partly cloudy with a few scattered showers as well. I will leave you now with a final look at forecast weather conditions for our region and then for our selected international cities.
Countdown to 50.
My name is Major Ford. I am a real Barbadian. I represent my country Barbados wherever I go. There are 13 more days left until our 50th anniversary of independent Barbados. Please come and enjoy it with us. I am a real Bajan. I won't swap Barbados for no place.
Countdown to 50.
Another company is joining the race to put driverless cars on the road. Chinese tech giant Baidu's goal is to have a small number of functional driverless cars on the roadways by 2018.
This is what it looks like. Let's go for a ride. When you let a computer take the wheel. And the steering wheel turns itself. That is very bizarre. This is the latest from Chinese tech giant Baidu, a self-driving car. We zip down the road at a healthy 50 kilometers an hour, steered straight by a series of cameras, sensors, and this spinning LiDAR. Think radar, but with lasers.
Yes, it's continuously scanning, and the result is shown in runtime on this pad down at the back.
What's it scanning for?
It's looking for all the objects and everything that is 3D detectable.
That's Wesley Shao, a senior project engineer. When he says 3D detectable, he means anything a human driver would see, like a traffic light. Reassuring when we actually see the red light and we come to a nice, slow, safe stop. This was a highly controlled course. No real surprises, no sudden slamming on the brakes. These cars aren't ready for the public yet, because in order for this to work, Baidu has to make these unquestionably safe. Progress has been made, but there is a long way to go.
Well, sometimes when I'm driving, I think there's some driverless cars here as well. Well, coming up next, a recap of the top stories.
Celebrate 50 years of independence at NIFCA Central in association with Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center from November 14th to 26th. Beginning with NIFCA Visual Arts and Photography Exhibition, Shades of Light. Monday to Saturday, noon to 6 p.m. from November 14th to 26th at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. Bring a friend and grab the popcorn as we watch some of our locally produced films. 6 p.m. November 18th at the Barbados Public Workers Credit Union Film and Video Screening. Mouth-watering dishes and tantalizing drinks are the main ingredients at the Roberts Culinary Arts Arena. Beef up your skills at our Culinary Arts Workshop or just witness the pros at the Professional Cook-Off, Best Bajan Cook, and Stir It Up Mixology competitions. And come taste the hand of our local celebrities in the Celebrity Showcase. Friday 18th and Saturday 19th November, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Celebrate 50 at NIFCA Central in association with the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center, November 14th to 26th.
The National Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to my country, Barbados, and to my flag, to uphold and defend their honor, and by my living, to do credit to my nation wherever I go.
The National Pledge was written by Mr. Lester Vaughan, a former teacher who was born in 1910 at St. Simon's in St. Andrew.
This week on Rejoice and Sing, we welcome back the Servitors of Barbados.
I wanna hear the story. I wanna hear the story. I wanna hear the story. I really wanna hear it.
Then we get up close and personal with Alvin Slaughter.
Holy Spirit, I don't want to be known when I die as just a great gospel singer. That's wonderful. But the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children and his children's children.
Then we shine the spotlight on Hayden Billingy.
In his sight, he created us all. And
finally, we feature a video by Matt Redman. Don't miss Rejoice and Sing, Sunday, 9:05 p.m. Brought to you by Sewing World Department Store and Black Image for savings, satisfaction, and service.
Prime Minister Frondell Stewart is tonight defending another aspect of the 50th anniversary celebrations. This time it's the movement of the commemorative Broken Trident across the island's 11 parishes. Confusion and chaos. Those are the terms being used by a former industrial relations officer regarding the impasse between the National Union of Public Workers and government. This stems from what the union says is the reversal of an acting appointment for its president, Akani McDowell. Police officers are being told to pay greater attention to their own health. This advice from Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police William Yearwood. He was delivering remarks at the joint closing ceremony for the VIP Close Protection and Tactical Firearms Training course. The Guardians of the Heritage Initiative has drawn to a fitting climax in the car park of the CBC. Every day, in conjunction with some of its partners, the CBC hoisted a flag over a plaque bearing the company's logo over the past 50 days to celebrate Barbados' 50th anniversary of independence. And in the forecast, we can expect some partly cloudy to cloudy skies tonight and tomorrow.
Healthwise, brought to you with the compliments of ICBL. Always there when you need us most.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on Healthwise. Tonight we're discussing a topic that is a very touchy one for many men: erectile dysfunction or impotence. Now, one of the first things to note is that it can be diagnosed in men at any age, and it can be a sign of another medical condition.
And it said that if you're at age 40% of men may have erectile dysfunction. At age 70, 70% of men may have erectile dysfunction. But you see that 7% of persons in their 20s can have this. And when a young guy came to me at age 19 complaining of erectile dysfunction, I was saying, what are you worrying about? You got enough time to deal with this. Obviously, his may not have been a sign of any physical or medical condition. He obviously was into a situation of anxiety. But in the 80s, by the time you get 80% of men, and some prevalent studies done in the US show that the average prevalence of erectile dysfunction can be as much as 52% overall.
Erectile dysfunction can be put into a number of different medical categories, one of those being organic or vascular.
Erection has to do with circulation. So if you have a vascular problem, poor circulation, that can cause you to have erectile dysfunction. And it could be arterial, cavernosal, or mixed. Then you have the neurological cause, because erectile is a nervous disorder, can be deal with nervous system, and therefore you need to look at the central nervous system or peripheral nervous system. So if you have a nerve problem, it can also cause erectile dysfunction. Anatomically, it has to do with the anatomy, and also it could be hormonal. These are other causes, psychogenic causes, which are also very common. You may not be able to see this. Maybe due to unresponsiveness, lack of sexual arousiveness when stimulated. It could be situational as well, because of the partners that you may have. In a problem in a relationship that can also cause erectile dysfunction. Performance related, where ejaculation may be a problem, or premature ejaculation, and therefore the fear of proper performance could cause erectile dysfunction. Or psychological, where you may have some psychological or adjustment disorder. When we look at the anatomy of an erection, this is the penis, and this muscle here is called the corpus cavernosa. It's a very muscular gland. In order to get up, this area has to be engorged with blood. Okay? And if your blood supply to the penis is being interfered with, then erection cannot occur. What happens in erections is that there's increased blood flow to the penis. These blue things are the veins. It blocks off the veins so that the blood can't get back out of the penis, and therefore it maintains that erection. Some people will get up and then get back down because the veins take the blood away quickly, and that can cause erectile dysfunction.
And the psychological factors include stimulation.
There must be stimulation of the glans penis. Something stimulates the penis, either psychologically, physically, where there's some stimulus by hand or touch, or in contact with the woman's vagina. And I'm talking here that the mechanoreceptors send blood supply to the arterioles, which is the small blood vessels in the penis. Parasympathetic muscles also do that. So the blood vessels open up. When they open up, a flood of blood goes to the penis, and that leads to erection. Meanwhile, it compresses the veins, and that maintains the erection. So it starts with the nerves. So if you're nervous, if you're anxious, or have a nerve disease, a central nervous system disease, then it can also prevent that stimulation from going to the penis, and therefore everything starts from up here.
Healthwise, brought to you with the compliments of ICBL.
always there when you need us most.
That's it for tonight's edition of the CBC Evening News. On behalf of the crew, thanks for joining us and have a good night.
You're watching CBC TV Channel 8, the station of our 50th Independence Anniversary.
Easy to play, easy to win. I told God I'd take it this way, I begin to win with Mega 6.
Good evening, I'm Astra. Mega 6 keeps on making Barbadians richer. Over $3.8 million has been paid out to lucky Mega 6 players so far this year. If your lucky numbers are drawn tonight, you could be the winner of $540,000. Now on to tonight's Mega 6 draw number 3,794, supervised by our auditor Maria Pinder from Ernst & Young. Eligible tickets are dated the 17th of November 2016. Now for tonight's lucky numbers. The first number, 26. The second number, 16. The third number, 1. The fourth number, 6. The fifth number, 33. And the sixth and final number is 17. I'll repeat, your winning numbers are 26, 16, 1, 6, 33, and 17. Let's take a look at our latest winner. Congratulations from the Barbados Lottery. Purchase has its privileges. Play VIP Club, the new instant scratch game with thousands of prizes to be won, from $100 to $5,000 and up to 20 chances to win on each ticket. You can be a VIP. Get your VIP Club tickets from the Barbados Lottery agents island-wide. The Super Lotto jackpot is now $3,670,000. Get your tickets today. You have to be in it to win it. Join us on Friday at 8 p.m. for the next Mega 6 draw. The Barbados Lottery, supporting sports, youth, and culture.
Easy to play, easy to win. I told God I'd take it this way, I begin to win with Mega 6.
You're watching CBC TV Channel 8, the station of our 50th Independence Anniversary.
Hi, I'm Darren, and it's that time again for Route 10, the show where we learn so much more about our country Barbados through the parish of St. Philip. Vanessa could not be with us today, but we have a packed program for you. We meet another Philippine artist and a jeweler who has a love for unique headgear. Another true story from a Scrappy, originated in St. Philip, and then we find out more about a youth development program. We are at the King George V Memorial Park, one of the two public parks in St. Philip. Here to tell us more about the King George Park is G. Addington Ford, author of the St. Philip book. Mr. Ford, how old is King George V Memorial Park?
Well, the park was opened in 1936, so that would make 80 years, 81 years.
Yeah, we can do the maths, 2016.
Yes.
Right? How did the park come to being? How did it become King George V Memorial Park?
The land, which is 19 acres, was donated to the people of Barbados by Major A.W. I don't know what the A.W. stands for, but A.W. Peebles, who was a retired army man from England. And he had owned Bailey's plantation at the time.
Now, when we pass the park on Sundays or on bank holidays, we see the park filled with picnickers. And of course, I know there's Q in the community that was held here as well. Through your years of experience, what other activities and events you've seen here being hosted at the park?
Well, a lot of things would have happened here. There used to be dances, and there used to be service or something. Another thing that used to happen here was the May Day celebration. That continued until 1974 when the Labour College was built, and then everything was transferred there. We also had a proper event called the Bajan Culture Village. There would be the lanchet, there would be exhibition of all artifacts, and there would be, we did sticking on the stage, we did warrior competition. Last thing that we did, it always culminated with a calypso time, and it was all free. Another activity that used to take place here was the mobile cinema. The Government Information Service bought a vehicle, and that was used to show film. One significant thing is that the very first time that the mobile cinema was shown in Barbados, it was shown right here in King George V Park.
Thank you for sharing this information with us, Mr. Ford.
Thank you for having me.
King George V Memorial Park lends so much to the rich history we have as Barbadians. To get this and more information about our rich history, buy your copy of the St. Philip book, written by G. Addison Ford. Stay tuned, more to come on Route 10.
Resort Barbados, conveniently located at the intersection of heaven and earth.
Court's Pot of Gold is back with $250,000 to be won every day. Yes, every day. We will give away 50 $100 bills as we celebrate the nation's 50th anniversary. It's huge. One $5,000 winner for 50 days. Spend $999.99 and over between September 26th and November 23rd, 2016 for your chance to win. Offer valid on both cash and credit purchases. Shop now and pay nothing until 2017. Let's go. The season is here. Courts, bringing value home.
Well, people start calling from soup from yesterday, the day in front, start from fresh, and that's our slogan.